This video is a support video for first lesson. So we are going to take a look at guitar stuff, starting out. So one of the things we want to talk about or support is parts of the guitar, headstock, tuning pegs. This is called the nut. These are frets. The front of the neck of the guitar is called the fingerboard. And then the body of the guitar, the bridge and the saddle on an acoustic guitar, and the strings are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The thin string gets the small number, the thick string gets the larger number. And frets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We make a sound on the guitar by using our finger or we play open strings, obviously. And then we also have fretted strings, fretted notes, where we use our finger as a lever, and that finger pushes that metal fret or metal string against that metal fret, causing the note to sound. So the best position for your finger is just in behind that fret, so it can push those two pieces of metal together in a clean way. If we're over top of it, we get this sound. If we're in behind it, we get that sound. Our fingers on this hand are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. Index finger. Don't play with the thumb. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we also talked about holding the pick. Instead of holding the pick so that we play with the point of the pick like it's engineered, we flip the pick so that the point is pointing into our palm, and we play on one of the shoulders, that shoulder of the pick. Allows us to flick the pick around if it comes out of position, and you sort of hold it like you'd hold a pencil, so it feels quite natural. And so one of the things to start working on is just picking single notes, just down picks. We didn't do this in the lesson, but you can also pick down and up, just like that. It's sort of like it's going back and forth. The fingers are splayed out, they're relaxed so that you don't get them all tense. And you play the 6th string, then the 5th string. It can be just down, or it can be down and up like that. You should work on both. 4th string, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, you can work on that. You can turn off the video and work on that, or just do it after you watch the video and walk through. And dots. So these blocks are similar to the dots on the guitar. 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret. So those are odd numbers. And then 12th fret is the halfway point of the string. And so that gets a double dot for the significance of it. When we go to do a warm-up, we're going to do, we're playing individual strings again. We're going to go down the 1st string and put our 1st finger on the 5th fret of the 1st string and pick that string. And then add the 2nd finger to the 6th fret of that same string, 3rd finger to the 7th fret of that string, and baby finger to the 8th fret of that string. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you don't have to play that again. If you just want to work on the stretch, you just leave your hand there. Excuse me. As long as it doesn't hurt, it isn't cramping up too badly, that's a very good stretch. And leaving the stretch, of course, stretches it further and strengthens the hand. And eventually what we want to do is start, as the warm-up page says, on the 6th string, playing frets 5, 6, 7, 8 with fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 5th string 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th string 1, 2, 3, 4. 3rd 1, 2, 3, 4. 2nd string 2, 3, 4. 1st string 1. And then 2nd string 1, 2, 3, 4. 3rd string 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th string 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th 1, 2, 3. And then 6th string again 1, 2, 3, 4. And when warming up, we always go slowly, leaving the fingers on. And you can also work on your alternate picking down for the 1st note, up for the 2nd note, down for the 3rd note, up for the 4th note. That allows for the greatest amount of efficiency of movement. And just going up, I'm doing it faster just to take less time, but you get the idea of that. There's 24 of those patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger is merely the first of the 24 on the page. We also took a look at strumming. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, like that. And we looked at 2 chords, A minor and E minor, like that. And reading chord boxes, seeing that this chord box is essentially like this would be, so this E minor that's here on this page would look like that and match the 2 dots going this way. And when we read these charts, we read them as these being the strings going down this way, this being the 6th string, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, these being the frets going across this way, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. This block would be the nut at the top, and these would represent the 2 fingers, and then 0 represents an open string with no fingers on it, 2 the 2nd finger, 3 the 3rd finger, open, open, open. So these 2 would be on the 5th fret and 5th string and 4th string respectively, both on the 2nd fret, using the 2nd and 3rd fingers to get an E minor chord. This page that I'm going to send along is going to have a whole bunch of chords that you can look through. These would be considered like the first beginner chords. Some people would call them the first position chords. Some people call them cowboy chords. There's a bunch of names for them. So on this page we have E minor, which looks like this. We have A minor, which looks like this, which are the 2 chords that are on the page. And I thought, well, I have the opportunity to make this video, we'll add some chords. So we have D. So that's played by putting the 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string from the bottom, the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, or bottom string, and the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And we try and strum just from the 4th string down in terms of getting the hand to not hit these 2 top strings. That takes aim, and aim takes a while. So that works out that you'll get good at that. We have G as the next chord. G is played by putting the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and baby finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string down at the bottom here. So that's a good job for your baby finger. What some people find is that if they plant their baby finger first, then they can use their more coordinated fingers to get them to play on the 3rd finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret, and 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Some people find they can place these 2 and then get the baby finger to land in the bottom. And some people find that the baby finger is so uncooperative, they just play the chord without putting the baby finger on at all. It'd be better if you can get it to cooperate, that would be great. C is played with the 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. This chord can be a real challenge for some students because this is the first chord we generally learn that has fingers on 3 different frets, rather than E minor, both are on the 2nd fret, these are on 2 frets, these are on 2 frets, these are on 2 frets, and these have a finger on each of the 3 frets in that first position. So that's C. We have F right next door. That is the 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string. Like that. It's actually an F major 7. That's a substitution for an F because F has a bar that you play across 2 strings with 1 finger. That's generally, it appears down the bottom of this page, but that generally is a little bit harder for some people. So that F major 7 is a good substitution for F in your first bunch of songs. Then we have E. E is played with the 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 3rd string from the bottom, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So this is kind of like A minor, just moved up 1 string each. It's a good chord to know. A looks like this. This is 1st finger on the second fret of the fourth string, second finger on the second fret of the third string, and third finger on the second fret of the second string. And you see that it's impossible to get all these to be right underneath the fret like we would want them to be. So they have to kind of play like this. And this is obviously not in a great position, but we just kind of press harder and you'll find that you'll get a good pronunciation out of those three notes in A. B7 is another chord that uses the baby finger. We use the second finger on the second fret of the fifth string, first finger on the first fret of the fourth string, third finger on the second fret of the third string from the bottom, and then baby finger on the second fret of the first string. Sounds like that. And then in the bottom we have more beginner chords. I only wanted to do just those two top lines of chords, but then you can, in the upcoming week, we'll look at the two lines of chords down here at the bottom. So we'll look at these in upcoming weeks. These would be a good set of chords to kind of look at. Any song that we decide to begin working on is 100% going to use these chords. So we should be good to go. And then working on strumming. So if you take a chord like E minor, like this, work on just down strums, down 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and work on just down and up strumming too. It will go like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Try not to dig in too much so that it sounds like this. And try not to play so lightly that you miss the strings. So right in the middle is the sweet spot. Sort of like, I don't know, if you were pitching a baseball, you can throw it too soft and too lightly, and the person is able to swing at it because it doesn't have enough speed. And you can throw it too hard, and then you don't lose all your accuracy. So there's a perfect place right in between. And strumming's similar to that. It's a matter of aim, like most technical work. So just back and forth like that. And that sounds like a good amount of work for your first week. Stretch your hands, straight elbow, locked elbow. Pull your fingers back like that, and you'll feel like that's a good carpal tunnel stretch. Hook your fingers here and push your thumb back with your other thumb, and that's good to stretch that thumb because that thumb joint is a very vulnerable spot for causing a lot of pain. And then shake your hand out below your heart, put fresh blood in. You should find that really helps your hand and allows you to practice a little bit longer, which is good. Okay, hope you have a good week.